Hello, everyone. Welcome to Development Palates. I am Aaron Loomis. With me today is Jiunn Liu, Seth Guys, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
I want to be where John is, man. Look at those waves.
It's just, we're backed out, sitting on the patio, at undisclosed location, enjoying the weather. Thank goodness the Wi-Fi is so good out here. Otherwise, I'd be in big trouble.
You Canadians are pulling that Vikings, saying that like Greenland is great, but Iceland's really the better place. I mean, you're like saying Alberta's not that great, but you guys got like all those palms and beaches. And,
Yeah,
Yep.
and
But
it's
the
and it's
border's
light
closed,
and it's light
so
until
stay
two in
out.
the morning. So
yeah, borders
Yeah,
closed.
that's
It
crazy.
it is actually that is actually true.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's staying light out until 2 in the morning?
No, it stays light out
Well,
till about just after 11.
still,
it's just as
that's
impressive.
incredible.
It doesn't suck,
Crazy.
but
Yeah.
again, you gotta pay it forward because you spend 9 months in a miserable, dark, crypt-like experience. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of, today we are talking about the AVO Improvisation LE 2020. Cigar is a Toro Extra, 6.5 inch by 50 ring gauge. The cigar comes out of the Tabadom factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper's Ecuadorian Connecticut. Binder is Ecuadorian Samilia. How do you pronounce it, Seth? Samilia 151 Seco?
Yeah, it sounded beautiful.
All right.
Sounds good.
Zanilla?
Filler is Dominican San Vicente Ligero, Piloto Ligero, San Vicente Seco, and Peruvian Piloto Visus. Price point is $16, released in March of 2020. And thank you to Havana Fills for being able to purchase from them for this review.
Thank you, Havana Fills.
That's right.
Havana Bills!
So, with all that said, June, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
Overall experience was average. What medium strength, medium body. There's this profile had this overall like burning paper kind of a vibe to it that I'm not a fan of at all. Um, and that it had most of it within my smoking time. But there's like some other stuff to it as well, like there's some hay, there's some cedar coming through, nuts. There's a bit of a tannins and like wood bitterness and all that. But overall, within that burning paper vibe, I thought it really kind of that alone and kind of overshadowing the other notes that I was talking about, making the profile be a bit average. Great burn, no issues with burn and draw, which is always good. I don't think that it is worthy of an LE. You could find better. So average experience.
All right, Seth, what were your overall thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I thought the cigar had a nice start. There's some cream and earth and coffee and raisin qualities, but it really went downhill in the second, third, and final third. Final third was kind of pretty similar. Final third was pretty close to the second third, but it's definitely not. I don't think it's limited. I don't think it qualifies, in my opinion, to be a good limited edition. It's ready to smoke now, though. I think it's an approachable cigar for a lot of smokers. But I think the blend's missing some characteristics to really take it to a higher level. So it's an average cigar, but not worth the price and not worth the hype.
All right, John, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I would approach it, and then I would pick something else from the AVO catalog because this was pretty average to me. Did anyone else get a lot of saltiness off the cigar, or is that just me? I found it, and that's not usually a component that I get a lot of out of tobacco, but it
Were you
definitely
smoking on
had.
the beach? Is the salt water playing
No,
in?
I went in. I went in. I was inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Get that in some Cuban tobacco.
you
You
get
do,
that in
man.
Cuban tobacco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So.
love it.
I was very surprised. It was like a very salty cedar. There was some chocolate. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just it just wasn't to me up to the normal characteristics of what I typically would expect out of an avo. And I think what June was talking about. I described it as cellulose, but burning paper, kind of in the last part of the first third. And it's just not a good. It's not a good flavor. It's not a flavor you really want in your cigar. So, overall the flavor components was pretty paint by numbers, and I wasn't really thrilled. The good news is the construction was phenomenal because it's made at the Davidoff factory, and everything that comes out of there is made phenomenally, so that's good. Aaron, what was your overall experience like?
Well, I don't think the experience that I had with the cigar was what was intended. The
Uh-oh.
cigar was underfilled. The draw was loose. It burned like a firecracker fuse. I think all these things kind of led to the subpar flavor experience that I was having. And I put in my final notes that if you guys had much different experiences than me, then I would be open to like going back to this to see what I should really be experiencing. But with that being said, I also got the burning paper notes and things like that, so it doesn't seem like the profile I had was too much out of what you guys had experienced. So, yeah, price point on this is nuts for what is delivered, so it's an easy pass for me to not even.
What is the price point on this one, Aaron?
$16.
Woo!
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so
Gotta pay to play.
that's right. So let's get into the scores. Start at the top with Seth at 5.85. Jiunn and Jiunn both gave it a 5.75, and I gave it a 4.53. So Seth, how'd that 5.85 match up for you?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's an average cigar. Definitely not the best AVO. I think you can pick up their core products and you're gonna come across a better experience, like AVO XO. And I don't think it's limited edition quality. But if you smoke AVO and you don't have problems spending $16 on a cigar, and you want to get that LE, then you can smoke them now. I don't think you're going to be impressed, but I don't think you'll be like, well, I guess you'll be disappointed. I don't know. Yeah, adds up.
All right, Jiunn, 5.75.
I totally agree with what Seth said. You could find much better and cheaper within core lines of what they offer. I mean, AVO in general, just they gotta go back to their drawing books, because the last few years of all the LEs and just lines that they come out with has just been lackluster at best. So,
All right, John, how's your 5.75 matchup?
It's pretty hard to improve upon what's already been said. I didn't actually somehow in my head realize this was an LE, so I think my commentary might have been a little bit more scathing at the end had I recognized it was an LE. That's pretty disappointing to get that kind of performance out of an LE, especially again, Seth alluded to the core performance is quite strong, and I would happily smoke anything from the core range. So yeah, Aaron.
Yeah, my 4.53 matches up well. I mean, it's a subpar flavor profile. I can't really. I just thought the draw was a little bit loose, but the cigar burned fast, so I didn't really deduct any points for that. But the cigar was just super light when I, pre-light, so I knew that there was going to be something up with it. It's kind of disappointing at every level. When you get that burning paper in there, it's just like, I don't think you can really recover at that point.
You're a pretty forgiving guy, because I would have docked the shit out of a cigar for being underfilled.
Yeah.
Like no joke.
That would have been subpar at the top.
Yeah. So, but even with me being nice, 4.53. That's how I roll. So, any other final thoughts from you guys on this one? All right. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. Also check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.